Hello everybody, my name is Drakan, and today I'm gonna have a little bit of a talk, mostly about my thoughts about the 7.3.5 leveling changes and all the stuff that, happened with it. So we are on my little warrior, which we haven't seen since the Blizzdan Goof video. Back then he was still XP locked with most of the zones done besides Netherstorm and Shadow Moon Valley. But yeah, straightforward, I'm gonna say that the very day the patch went live and I learned that they actually changed some of the stuff from leveling, I literally spent 6 hours straight playing on this warrior, leveling him mostly in this zone. I was reading all the texts, I was being a nerd, and holy crap, I enjoyed it. I mean, right, instead of my thoughts now, I'm just gonna say, basically, leveling has become a little bit longer. Yes, you need more experience and yeah, everything is a little bit slower, just like that. But you don't have to run around from zone to zone, you don't have to run to the opposite end of the continent to level up. You can do it just like, for example, if you do Duskwood, you don't out-level the zone anymore. You finish the zone, you go to... hell, you can even go to Lakeshire and do quests over there. So yeah, that's pretty much that. We are searching, where is it? I had a scrying orb of some sorts. There we go. And yeah. Now, as I said, I spent around 6 hours straight playing on this warrior the day the patch went live. It's amazing. And something that actually surprised me the most, stuff actually can hurt me. They actually do deal damage. Like when I still had this character locked at level 70, the damage the maps dealt was non-existent. And keep in mind, this character has no looms whatsoever. Oh yeah, speaking of looms, actually, they did receive a little bit of a stat squish. Don't worry, they did not touch the experience gains. Those are still the same. But if we go to our collections, heirlooms, let's see shoulders. The difference is no longer intense. It's just a few points, which is acceptable. I mean, look at this. We would be gaining 14 critical strike, but we would lose 14 haste. Right? This stat difference is not much. 3 strength, 4 stamina. That's really not that much. Let's check weapons. Here, because my weapon is kinda poopy, it's still from Nagrand, I believe. So the difference is a little bit bigger, but hey, it's still 7.8 points of damage instead of, I believe it was 20 something. And only plus 5 strength instead of, what was it, plus 18? So yeah, the difference is quite noticeable. Oh, flight path. Surprisingly, I don't have it yet. Huh. Wait, do I have to go in? Oh, bollocks, I will have to do a dungeon. Speaking of quests, apparently we have something here. There we go.
Hello.
So, I've been leveling a few characters. Mostly this guy and the allied races. Focusing first on the alliance, of course. So yeah, I love it. I really enjoy it. This is probably the best thing since... well, since Legion, I guess. Or maybe TBC. Actually, yeah, I would go with TBC. Probably best thing since TBC. Also, a few things. Dungeons. Dungeons, people say they are longer, like way longer. I'm not sure about this. I mean, honestly, I don't think they are that much longer. It's a few minutes longer, maybe at most. I've been doing dungeons on various levels, starting from level 15 on a little warlock on Argent Dawn, up to level, well, my little mage is 87 right now, so yeah, till that. I mean, it's of course gonna be noticeable when you have a bunch of potatoes with you, but that's a different thing. Oh. Don't fail me, little ethereal guy. I wanna do this quest. And one final thing people are really, or were moaning, I don't know about now. The personal loot change. Because in dungeons now, you cannot change the loot method. You, instead of group loot, now it is personal loot. Which honestly is alright. I mean, you still get the loot you usually would get, but one, you don't get loots like, for example, from a boss I won't get cloth items on this warrior. If something, I would get rings and, you know, warrior stuff, plate stuff, two-handed axes and whatnot. And that's alright. I mean, granted, you get the RNG gods to smile at you and actually drop you something you can use, which is pretty much the same as it was before. The greens you can still get for other classes, like I can get druid stuff and whatnot. So I can just, you know, post it on the auction house or send it to an alt or main, whatever. And here I'm not sure that much. Apparently they did reduce the XP bonus from the end reward, but honestly, it's still a lot. Plus what you get in the actual dungeon, that's still a lot. I mean, look at this, I'm getting, with rested, 600 experience points for killing mobs. So yeah, apparently those mobs are getting progressively stronger. Ending. But one thing I got to admit, pretty much everything at low level is really good. Battlegrounds, keep in mind, is the same. The only downside is, in some zones, on a PvP realm, which I'm playing on, in some zones you may encounter people from the opposite faction that are higher level than you, and then they may decide to actually kill you, so yeah. But that's a thing that's gonna be changed, apparently, in Battle for Azeroth, where they actually are going to pretty much get rid of PvE and PvP servers and allow you in a safe zone to pick if you want to be PvPing or PvEing, which is alright. And as you could see, those two mobs actually took half of my health until I actually used my victory rush. So yeah, that's probably the only downside for now. PvP servers. Keep in mind, on PvE realms you will not have that problem. Wow, I'm losing a lot of health. Are you done yet? Hello? Oh, it's gonna blow. How lovely. Alright, and one more thing I was going to talk about is the actual loot scaling to your character. In dungeons, you can obtain greens that will be a little bit higher level than they should. Like, for example, if I would be doing dead mines, the green loot would be, instead of like level 15 to 17 or whatever, they would be up to level 59, I believe. So that's a little bit downside, but now most of the appearances, appearances, you can pick in brackets pretty much, instead of, hey, this thing has this level, this thing has this level. Now it's more like, hey, this item has item requirements between 1 and 60. You can use those appearances freely. Like, for example, I can transmog a heirloom on a level 2 character to look like the Ankirai gear, which is quite okay, I got to admit. Or as you can see now, I have already items available for level 80. Okay, the helmet, for example, from the Ice Crown raid, which is also nice, because keep in mind, both TBC and Wrath of the Lich King zones are scaling to level 80. So yeah. And now, wow, not related stuff. Hey, me again. This is something I realized post-edit, and yeah, I actually forgot to mention dungeons. Actually, I did mention that there are some changes in difficulty, that they last slightly longer, they give less rep, but the best thing, and I can't believe I actually forgot, look at this. Let's go to specific. Look at this. I mean, look at it! These are heroic for TBC, so, and normal for TBC. Look at how many dungeons! They're all dungeons now! Like, literally all the dungeons! Look! House of Reflection, Pit of Sauron, the Forge of Souls, the Oculus. Everything is available to players now. Instead of doing the same old 5-6 dungeons, now you have all the dungeons from the expansion. And it's actually the same for normal. Of course, keep in mind that they do have a minimal level to join, and they have a max, which in this case is 80, and apparently heroics for up to 75. Not sure why, but I'm not gonna do heroics on this character. There's no point. But yeah, and it's the same for normal. I mean, let's say you start from the dead mines, like it's, I don't know, 15 to 60 now. You go to Maraudon, which is 30 something to 60 as well. Everything ends on its max level of the expansion. So vanilla will end at 60. Just imagine this. You are a level 55 and you queue up for random. You get dead mines. How cool is that? Plus you get gear scaled up to you. This is so awesome, and I can't believe I actually forgot to mention it. Yeah. Yeah. I was going to start filming Age of Wonders, but unfortunately, because of Windows update, updating something lately, I cannot launch Age of Wonders properly. Like, it can only be launched in a small window without the 3D and all of this shaznas. So that's gonna be on hold, and well, all the stuff I tried did not work, including reinstalling of drivers, like, you know, the graphics card drivers, the Java, Adobe, which also was recommended to me, Adobe Flash Player, just to make it clear. So this is gonna be placed on hold for now, unfortunately, but also I'm gonna focus a little bit more on WoW, because apparently that's what people want me to do. More battlegrounds, some dungeons actually. People want to see dungeons, how do they look, and how to actually play Class X. And I'm fine with that. I like WoW, and I love those 7.3.5 changes, so I'm probably gonna do that sooner or later, probably next week. We have a Minecraft video coming soon as well. I just need to work on it a little bit, because there is a little bit of a audio synchronization problem, and I still need to fix that. Besides that, we have one short video coming, or probably it's already up after this video is going to go live, because yeah. Anything else I'm missing? No, apparently no. Alright, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye!